Hi friends, it's Queen Alita. I'm back today with a prophetic message based on a dream that I had on November 15th, 2022. So it's about 2 months ago, almost to the day. So I just want to welcome you back. Welcome. And if you are new, welcome to the channel. I feel like I said that twice. Anyway, welcome to the channel if you're new. Just a quick disclaimer. Not every prophetic message is meant for everybody. It's so important that you're able to, have that communication with the Lord. If you feel it resonates in your spirit and you want to run with the word, please take it to Him first. Ask Him to confirm it for you. He certainly will do so if He's speaking to you at this point in time. And I know that for some of you, this word is already confirmation of what He said to you, which is great. I still encourage you to continue to seek Him. Ask Him your questions. Let Him be the main voice in your life. Rely on Him and your ability to hear from Him, not on everybody else, prophesying over you all the time. It's so important that you have that relationship with Him as well. So, like I said, this dream was on November 15th last year. And in this dream, I was walking to a bus. We were busy. I could tell that we had to get to where we're going. We're going to whatever destination that was. And I'd been walking with this person, right? And this was someone that I was close to. Let me not say I seemed to be close to. I was close to in the dream. I can't say if I remember who it was, but I know that we were really close and that we're really friendly, just really tight. We were really good friends in the dream. And she got on first onto the bus, and then I followed. But when she got on, she sat right in the front. There was a seat right close to where the driver was, and there was a seat next to her. But I remember looking at her like, no. I don't want to sit right there. I just did not want to sit there. I just knew it was not right for me. I did notice how crammed it was in the front. It was so crammed in the front. And so I decided that I'm going to go towards the back of the bus. And there were a lot of people crammed in the front, like I said. And as I walked towards the back of the bus, the middle was starting to be more spacey. But I went right to the back where the seats were completely empty. So about 3 or 4 rows were empty at the back, right? And so when I sat down on the very last row, I remember using my foot to kind of push the seat in front of me, and it kind of like folded in a way that I've never seen before, but it kind of created a lot of space for me. So it was very spacious, right? And then as I just got settled in there, I noticed that some other people started to move towards the back as well, and it started to fill up as well. I mean, I don't remember it being as full as the front, but I know that people were starting to move towards the back, and that was the dream. So I didn't know what the dream meant at the time, but when I opened it up, this one I actually typed out. Usually I record my dreams on my voice memo app on my phone, but I'm starting to start typing them out as well, so that I have backup. I need backup. I lost a lot of dreams that were saved in my voice memos from 2020. It's almost like they were all wiped out for some reason. So I've learned my lesson. Anyway, so as I was reading this dream, the interpretation came so clear. And really this word is for those of you who are pioneers, those of you who are leaders. The Lord has put leadership on your heart, but this is going to be in such a way that is going to be different to what everybody else is doing. And why I say that, right, is because the bus itself represents whatever it is that God is calling you to be a pioneer in or a leader in. And that could be anything in the markets, in the area of business, ministry, whatever that thing is. Now, the fact that so many people were crammed in the front shows an oversaturation in that area. So there's something that people are doing within that field, within that business, within that ministry. Sorry, I was interrupted. Like I was saying, so there's something, whatever ministry business that is, that you're supposed to be a pioneer in or a leader, it's saturated. There's something about it. There's an area of it that's saturated. And So leading up to us getting onto the bus, let me take it back. Let's backtrack a bit here. Leading to us getting onto the bus, I was walking with this person. We were tight. We were really, really good and close. And I believe that the Lord is showing you that, you've been on a journey and you have had some support, or at least some kind of partnership with somebody or a certain group of people. You haven't been alone in heading towards this ministry, this business, this particular area, or this particular market that the Lord is leading you into. And it's almost like you've been walking with people that kind of like in the same field in a sense. And once you get there, once this door opens, once it's time for things to move forward, you'll notice that the people that you've been walking with are doing what everybody else is doing. They're trying to plug into a place or an area of that industry that is saturated, and God has already shown you what you need to do. Just the fact that I got onto the bus and I saw the seat next to her was empty, I could have just sat there. I just knew that wasn't right. I just said, no, I'm not going to sit there. And she was okay with it. There was no bad blood. I didn't feel like we were against each other at all. It was just one of those things. So God is going to give you insight, if he hasn't already, into how you are to plug into this industry. So with me moving towards the back of the bus, even just skipping the middle area, which was spacious, there was space, I still went right to the back, to the very back, the last row. Even though it was like 3 or 4 rows that were empty, I went to the very last one, and I was able to maneuver the seats in such a way that I could create space for myself. I could be comfortable. So the Lord is going to guide you in such a way that you're going to enter this industry in such a niche way, in a way that doesn't seem like it will be profitable, or like it will be productive, or like it makes sense, because everybody's saturated in this one space, but you're going to the very back, to that thing that everyone considers to be the least, right? Or the very last. So you're going to plug in that way that people think that's not the way to do it right now. This is the way to do it, where everybody's kind of busy filling up the space. And with that, with you being a pioneer, the spirit that God has put in you to be a pioneer and a leader, once you plug into that space that everybody thinks is not it, people are going to start to follow because of what you're doing, because of the light that you carry, and because of the impact that you're going to have right there in that place that people think is not the thing to be doing or exploring. And you'll see that people will start to follow. You will actually start to have followers, and it will not only draw people in that want to do the same thing, but it will draw those in who are going to benefit from what you're doing, the people that you're going to have impact on. So basically what the Lord was showing me with this dream is that the last shall be first. Okay, I had to go to the very back in order to get comfortable, have the space, and then everybody else followed. And that's what's going to happen with you, who this word is for. And I'm so excited because this is such an awesome word, and I want you to pray into this word and ask God to help you with timing, because I know that it's not specifically right now. I don't get a sense of right now. I do get a sense of whoever this is for, it's coming in a few months. You got to seek the Lord on that, but there's something that he's kind of preparing you. He's getting you there, but it's going to be in a few months. I think for a lot of you it will start this year, but not quite this moment, right? That's the sense I'm getting. Please do pray about that. I don't like to give timelines when the Lord hasn't given me timelines. I'm only speaking this because I sense it strongly, and I just encourage you to pray about that timeline. And of course, the scripture is Matthew 20 verse 16, which is, "So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many are called, but few chosen." Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think I want to read what comes before that. Okay, so this is actually the parable of I forget what the title of the parable is, but it's where the guy hired people throughout the day, and then he hired like they're the ones who started very early in the day, and then you've got the ones who started an hour before closing time, and everybody got paid the same amount. And the ones who started really early were like, no, how could you? And so basically he answered one of them, friend, I haven't been unfair. Didn't you agree to work all day for the usual wage? Take your money and go. I wanted to pay this last worker the same as you. Is it against the law for me to do what I want with my money? Should you be jealous because I'm kind to others? So, those who are last now will be first then, and those who are first will be last. This is the crux of it, okay? There are people that have saturated the market, the industry, whatever it is, that ministry, that business. They have saturated it in a particular space, because it's almost like those other spaces are outdated, or nobody's thinking in that way, or people are totally against that way of thinking, and you're going to come in with that thing that's considered last, that's considered least, and you're going to come in and you're going to sweep everyone away. And what took them years and years and years to build, to do, to grow, is going to come so easily for you. Just like the guy who was working for an hour and was paid the same amount as the ones who were working from the very morning. So I'm feeling led again to just encourage you guys to go back to Matthew 20 and read the entire parable and let God minister to you, because if this word is for you, this is going to be so awesome. You are going to be pioneering some things that people did not see coming. No one is going to see this coming, because everybody's thinking in a certain way. Everybody's trying to do things in a certain way. But you're going to come in with this just refreshing in a way that people don't expect, because they didn't think that was something that should be touched or said or done. And you're going to just do it in such a way that people won't be able to help but follow. Just follow suit, whether they're following in terms of, just receiving from what you're doing, or following in terms of doing the same thing, just seeing what you're doing and saying, hey, you know what, I think that's it now. I think we need to be doing this. But you're going to be that trendsetter, that pioneer. So that's the word for today. I really pray it's blessed whoever it is for, and I will see you in the next video. Always remember that God is a good Father. He loves you so much, because you, my friend, are so deeply special to Him.